lost 2 sons 6 months apart, and I just want to know if they're together now.
Okay, Linda, can I have their first names, please?
Jesse and Jason.
Okay. All right. And Linda, without not getting into too much detail, would you understand one of them having some facial hair?
Yes.
And is that same?
Jason.
Yeah, okay. And he also has a couple of tattoos as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So have him coming in. And then, so is Jason the older or the younger of the two?
The older.
That's what I thought.
Today's the day that he had died.
Okay, all right, because he comes in and he lets, I felt like he was saying he has his little brother with him, but I wasn't sure, so I asked you. I should have just said it. Also, one of them is taking responsibility for their passing. In other words, their actions led to their passing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the other one, there's just a level of sadness that he never got over. Do you understand that?
Right.
Okay, all right. So I do have them both here. One of them either really was a fan of music or was musical. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, which
the
one?
Older one, Jason.
The older one, Jason. Okay. So one of the things for Jason is that he gives me a feeling of, it was like his life a lot of times was in a swirling. That's what he gives me the feeling of. Like there was always one issue after another, one problem after another, and he just kept, he couldn't get out of that, okay? And he wants you to know that where he is now, he doesn't feel that anymore. So there is that sense of peace for him, that he actually can kind of relax and take in everything, and he's doing really good. And I don't have Jesse with him right now, but he does tell me he does have Jesse with him. Okay?
Oh, great.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Linda.
Thanks, Linda.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow. Powerful this morning. Getting things going here. Say hi to Facebook.
Hi, everybody.
We got Angela on. Mary. Hi, guys. All right. I'm going to get things going here. And hi, Barbara. You guys can call now with your questions. The lines are open. I put the phone number in the,
No, they are open.
Oh, yeah. Lines
People
are open.
People are sleepy like me today.
Right. But she brought me coffee.
Yes.
Thanks, Deanna.
Yeah, we need it. We both needed it, apparently. Although she seems to have a whole lot more energy than I do.
Hi. I'll put my hand in there. I'm hiding behind the glass over here. Okay, let me handle this real quick. This is live radio, folks.
Yes.
Okay, we got Linda. So Linda's going to be coming up in just a few minutes. Barbara, the number is 1-877-947-WDSD. Or it is in the post there as well, if you'd like to call. And you want to talk on Facebook a little bit about what type of questions they can ask? I know we go over this, but there could be new people.
Yeah, there could be new people. So I'll take psychic, which is life related, like what's going on in your life, but narrow it down to one part of your life, not how's my life for the next 10 years.
Oh, come on, Deanna.
You have to sign up for an appointment for that one.
Right.
But the other is medium, so it's connecting to spirit and seeing who's around. And also, too, primarily, I try to have you ask for one just so I don't have your whole family come in and I have 2 minutes. So, and we'll do our best. Sometimes I can't always reach the people that you want, but, if they're around, hopefully you can make that connection.
Yes, today
Bye-bye.
is the day. Linda's was powerful. Okay, so lines are going crazy, folks. Okay, let's save Linda. All right, let's get some people on the phone here.
Okay.
Hi, WDSD. Who's this?
Hi, it's Barbara.
Barbara, can you hold, please?
Sure.
Thank you, hon. Hi, WDSD. Who's this?
This is Lauren Ford.
Lauren, can you hold, please? You're second in line, okay?
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hi, Nicole and Sharon. Kelly! Hi, Kelly. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, we'll get one more person on hold.
All right.
Hi, WDSD. Who's this? Oh.
It's nobody. No, it's somebody.
Yeah, I know, right? That's creepy. Who are you? All right. All right, Barbara, you're on the air with Deanna Fitzpatrick. Do you have a question for her?
Yes. Good morning, Deanna. It's nice to talk to you.
Good morning, Barbara.
My husband passed away 4 years ago, and I really haven't seen or heard anything of him. And I'm just wondering, do you think he went? Did he pass, or is he?
Okay, so you're asking, did he cross over,
Yes.
basically? Okay. Barbara, what's his first name?
Herb?
Okay, and is Herb in his 50s when he passes?
No, he was in his 60s.
Okay, he thinks he was in his 50s. Would he have had darker hair and at some point, and then glasses for reading?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And is there something to do with him with either previous military experience or working with tools of some kind?
He was a Marine.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, now, so you need to know he's around. He tells me that one of the things he has an issue with getting your attention is that you keep very busy. Do you, like, you always have people around you. Sounds like you have kids around you right now.
Yeah.
People around you, you have things going on, and you do keep very busy. And usually you do that on purpose, because the feeling is it's usually the evening when you finally start to quiet down,
Right.
and close to around 8 o'clock every night. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so he's around those times. The problem is, because you're so busy the other times, you're not always noticing the signs or symbols that he's given you, okay? He did cross. He gives me the impression his mother's passed, is that correct?
Yes.
And his aunt, there's an aunt and
Yes.
and his mother that hang out together. So he
Yes.
hangs out with them, and he did cross, but he's not, he tells me he's not really obnoxious by nature. Like, he's not one to make things fall or blink the lights and things like that.
Right.
So he's going to be really more subtle. And for some reason, he's saying he let you know that he was there once in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if a towel fell off the thing or something like that. But just pay attention a little bit more. Try to get yourself quiet during the day sometimes too, and you'll be more aware of it. But he's fine. He crossed, and he's doing just fine.
Oh, thank God.
Okay?
Aw.
Thank you. I've been so worried about that.
All right. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great
Bye-bye.
day. Bye-bye. Wow. So I guess that is, when you talk about spirit, in a way could relate to how they were when they were alive. Like, if they weren't really overly, like you said,
Right.
you used the term of, I don't know if you used the
Obnoxious.
term obnoxious. But you know what I mean? Like, they may not then do those things that people think to look for.
Right. If they're
Right.
a quiet person on this side, they're a quiet person on that side.
Gotcha.
Okay. It's
Okay.
really funny. Ever since I said that, do you notice the lights are blinking?
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right?
Okay. The other thing I wanted to bring up while we're on Facebook is that lately people have been saying to me that they're noticing that there are people around a lot. So somebody said, I thought that meant that they didn't cross because they're like around me too much, like almost too much, or
Right.
they don't want to say too much, but they're around a lot. And it's like, no, it's actually that they did cross, but they make a choice to be around the family when the grief is the hardest.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So like in the beginning, when we're grieving more, they tend to be around us more often.
Gotcha. And would it have any relation to the fact that it's the holidays?
It would.
Especially
it would.
this
right
time of
now,
year?
yeah, because this can be a really tough.
Oh, Lord.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's tough. All right. We got Gary. Hi, Amber and Nicole and Dawn. Christopher, hello. Gary just hopped on. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. All right, I got to work for a minute. Hold on.
So make sure something's happening on the radio.
Yeah, right? Okay. I just want to make sure that we're going to be able to do this. Okay, so we're going to go after this song. All right, Macy. Good morning, Lisa. We've got like a whole party going on. Hi, Katie.
Is that
You're
my
trying
Katie?
to call.
No.
No, a different one. Let's see. All right, Christopher Walls, he's a big skeptic, but listening to this, I just don't know what to think or believe now.
Okay. Well,
So-
Chris, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is to have an open mind. There's nothing that needs to change in your belief system right away, but have an open mind as to the possibilities. For me, the one thing is this is really a lot about energy, frequency, vibration, and light. So when we pass, we have to go somewhere. We change form, but we don't cease to exist. And I think that's it for me. It's like what happens to us, and spirits come through a lot to give me evidence that I would not know. So I have no doubt that we have somewhere else to be. I don't believe heaven's up there in the clouds. It's right like beyond the other wall, okay?
Wow.
And it's right there.
Yeah.
So it's just 2 to 4 feet away from us, and they basically vibrate at a higher level than we do, and we're kind of dense and heavy here on Earth. So they lower their vibration, I raise mine, and we meet in the middle.
There you go.
Okay, so it's kind of like the scientific
There
point
you
of
go.
that.
Yeah.
I don't have any proof of it, but that's what it feels like.
But yeah, I mean, you're amazing to make that work. You know what I mean?
Well,
To be able to make those connections. With people.
I just
And
keep saying I'm just a tube. I just, trying to let things happen through me.
Well,
basically.
and sometimes, to be honest, sometimes you might not get the connection.
That's right.
Right.
And we've had that happen here.
We have
so.
had that happen, and sometimes it could take a little bit more time. You know, to have a little bit more time with you, or if the person has passed, for a longer period of time, sometimes those connections take a little bit longer.
Yeah, take a little bit longer.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. This is good stuff today.
Yeah.
Okay, Macy wants to talk to her grandma. Oh, she's always sending me signs she's with me.
That's awesome. I love that. My dad does that really well. Mom's starting to.
Okay. We're going to go on the air here, folks. We'll talk to Linda here. Delaware's Country Station, 94.7 WDSD. Mitchell Tenpenny drunk me on the At Work show. Happy Friday. As I promised, Deanna Fitzpatrick is back in studio with me. Good morning.
Good morning, Krista.
Good morning. Thank you so much for the coffee.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, we are running on high energy here today.
You have more than I do.
We're getting there. We are getting there. Great team here this morning and a party on Facebook Live. Quite a few people are hanging out with us on Facebook Live, so you can certainly join in on that. We are taking your calls now as well, psychic and medium calls. So we want to limit to one question per person.
Right.
Right. And you can do that now, 1-877-947-WDSD or 302-734-9373. We'll get right to the lines here. We got Linda on the phone. Linda, do you have a question for Deanna?
And I just want to know if they're together now.
Okay, Linda. Can I have their first names, please?
Jesse and Jason.
All right.
I should Facebook Live you doing all that while you're Facebook Living me. It's impressive.
Here, ready? We'll do this. Oh, I won't be able to see it now. Now you get to control it.
Oh, gosh.
Am I on?
You're on.
Hi! I can't see myself. Yes, I'm really here. Yeah, see, you can read some of the comments too.
Okay.
But now I'm crooked. See, my thing is crooked.
You are. Just your
Okay.
face, that's all. The rest of you is just fine.
Oh, man.
Oh.
All right. We're having a good day.
And Caitlin's on there, too. Hi,
Yes.
Caitlin.
Hi, Caitlin. All right, so lines are open like we talked about. Actually, they're going crazy
Yeah.
over here. So once we get off here.
Yeah, Barbara, I want to say you call because yes, he does love you. So just because that was part of one of the calls we just took. So
Oh, okay.
okay,
Was that Barbara?
Was Barbara on
Oh,
here. Yeah.
that's sweet.
All right.
That's
Let
cool.
me hand this back over to
Oh,
you.
yeah, because I'm crooked.
Yes.
There we go. I had it all set up.
Crooked Krista.
Yeah, right. Awesome.
Sounds like a political campaign.
Yeah, right. Sounds dangerous.
Doesn't it
I
ever?
tell you what. All right.
Okay.
This is amazing. And you're doing gift certificates and stuff for people who want to
Yes,
purchase one?
you can purchase them online on the readings page at DeannaFitzpatrick.com. What most people do is they purchase it there, they put the receipt for it in a card or in a package or something like that. And then, but I would suggest getting your people to schedule right away because I think we're scheduling into March for my private readings and private gatherings into May. So don't wait too long.
All right, going back to the phones next, 1-877-947-WDSD or 302-734-9373. It's Psychic Medium Deanna Fitzpatrick on now.
Okay.
Sorry, I totally...
That's okay. I was good. I zipped up right in time.
Like, wrap it up now. Jamie's on. Marissa's on. Hello, guys. All right. So let's get a couple of hold calls here. I think we might have lost. No, Lauren's still on.
You got a bunch going now. New ones.
Okay, let's see. Hi, WDSD. Who's this? This is
That
weird.
same ghost from the last time.
This is freaking me out. All right. Hi, WDSD. Who's this?
Hi, good morning. This is Samantha.
Samantha, you are going to be second up in line if you can hold, please.
Sure, thank you.
All right. Thanks, son. She's on line 3. All right. And hi, WDSD. Who's this?
Beth.
Beth. You'd be third up in line. Can you hold for a few minutes?
Sure.
All right. Thanks, son. All right. So we'll get to
Okay.
Lauren.
All right.
Okay, guys. Here we go. All right, Lauren, thank you so much for holding. You're on the air with Deanna Fitzpatrick. You have a question for her?
Yes, good morning, Deanna.
Good morning, Lauren.
How are you doing?
Good. How can I help you today?
So I just, I'm not really sure what question I have. More, just do you have anything that you feel like anybody reaching out or anything like that? I'm a little bit stuck on exactly what I want to ask.
Okay. Well, without having a good intention here as to why you called, it might be a little difficult, but I do see a lady coming in, and I'm not sure if this is here for Krista or for you, but there's a lady here who's about, I want to say she's about 5'3", 5'4" at the time of her passing. She has beautiful white gray set hair. She has glasses. I do not know what.
Sounds like my.
Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
That sounds like my mother.
Okay. And then this is really weird, but she's touching her nose. She's tapping her nose. I have no idea why she's doing that. Do you have a cold right now?
I have a little bit of a cold, yes.
Okay. I've never had a spirit do that before, so I didn't know what that meant. Okay, Lauren,
Yes.
what's Mom's name?
Carrie.
Okay. All right. Now, she gives me the feeling that there was some type of fall or some type of issue with stability for her before her passing. Like, I feel like her leg went out. Do you understand that?
A little bit. She did a little bit, yes.
Okay. It's not like I actually fell. I feel like my leg went out or I have a pulled muscle in my leg or something like that. So I don't know if she's talking about somebody in the living or herself, but it feels like, the knee pops or the knee goes out. Something along those lines. I have no idea, but that's what she's given me. Now, also, there is a birthday right around now. So either November or December. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So she's sending out a happy birthday to whoever that is, because that's somebody in the living, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, good. All right, and then normally you kind of take life in stride. In other words, you try not to let things bring you down too much, and that's kind of why you didn't have a question. Does that make sense? Like, you just want to see what happens a lot in life, and that's the same reason that you did this with this call. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. Now, early beginning of next year, I do see suitcases for you, so that tells me that there's a trip coming. And I do feel like there's some distance for that. So I don't know if it's a boat or a plane, but there's some travel involved where it's not a local trip. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Do you see anything in regard to my career?
I think that's about all I got for right now.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Thank you so much, Deanna.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank you,
Lauren.
Lauren.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good one.
You too.
See, that amazes me, and I know we've talked about this before too, as people are either tuned in on the radio or watching here on Facebook Live, that the spirits that you get can also relate to other people, because I know you mentioned my name, but of course then my mind went to my grandmother.
Right.
And
right.
everything you were saying,
Matched up for your grandmom too?
yes.
And that's why I
And
thought
I'm
this
freaked
might
out
be for
right now.
Krista.
Oh my God, she's here.
Yeah,
But it
and-
would make sense for her too.
But your grandmom got smaller. Do you understand that? Then so this 5'3", but she continued to get smaller before her passing. Does that make sense?
In weight, but not
weight.
in,
Okay,
I don't
but
know
not in
about
height. Okay. All right. And
I don't
then
know. Does that happen?
yeah, it does.
People
Like,
get shorter?
Oh yeah, my mom was like
What?
4'7" by the time she died. I mean, she was
How do
so
you-
tiny, and she was like an 8-year-old.
Well, I mean, I understand weight. I never understood.
No, because your spine continues to deteriorate, and as it does, you
Oh.
get shorter and shorter.
I didn't know that. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to ask her. I don't know. I don't know if she got shorter. She definitely lost weight. I don't know if she got shorter.
What's
though.
significance with October for her?
Well, my birthday's in October.
Okay.
And then my mom, which would be
her
this is
daughter?
her mom, yeah.
Okay.
My mom's birthday's in December.
Oh, see? So isn't that weird?
And the nose thing.
What
we're-
is that? Because that,
Okay.
yeah.
So my grandma always said, and she said this to my mom and my aunts and uncles, when I die, I want you to bury me in a Folgers coffee can. Right? So what do
Okay.
you know? They went to an antique shop after she had passed. This was only a few months ago. And my mom and my aunt they walked into this antique shop, and the first thing they found was an old Folgers can
Wow.
that they ended up putting her ashes in. And that's what
Okay.
we buried her in. But I'm wondering about the smell. Like, could it be
Oh, coffee, like a smell of the coffee.
Yeah,
I
did
don't
that
know.
have
I don't know.
Is that what you're feeling? I don't
And
know.
Now, like
It
now, I
just
don't
blew
feel
my mind.
like I don't feel her, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes that does happen because it happened one time. I don't know if you were there. I think you were at the at West Town when we did a big event, and I had 6 of the little old Italian ladies.
Yes,
Do you remember
yeah.
that? And we went from one, and then the person said, "No, I can't take that last thing." So I did. So I went on the next lady said, "I could take that," and it kept going. I said, "I'm stopping because nobody's going to believe it." Like I didn't believe it. So what I've been told by teachers in the past is sometimes they will join together and say, "Hey, we have similarities. Let's come together and we'll be heard."
Right.
You know, even if you don't get picked on by me or whatever,
Right.
you'll get heard. They'll know that I was here.
Right, yeah, some
Okay.
type
Really
of
beautiful.
connection that you can take home with that.
Yep.
You know.
They work well together on
Yeah.
the other side. We could learn from that.
I know, right? I know, it's pretty amazing. And the legs, she used to have to get her legs wrapped before she passed. What would be that? What's that called? I'm drawing a blank.
Is that to get the edema out of them?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. What is that called? Does it begin with an L?
I don't know.
Lymphoma.
Oh, she had lymphoma. Okay.
Is that when things expand?
no edema?
Edema.
Edema is with fluid.
Fluid, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so edema is fluid,
Okay,
but
but
I don't
I'm
know
thinking of
about
something.
wrapping. Oh, to keep it, to support it and to keep it from getting worse. They
Yeah.
did that to my mom. They put support hose on her.
Yeah,
for
that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So then when you
All
said
right.
the leg and the knee thing, I guess that's where my mind
Yeah.
went for my grandma.
Good, there's still music playing on there.
Oh, yeah,
We're getting
we're not on dead air, folks. Hi, Cindy and John, Michelle. Hi, guys. All right, so
We're having fun today.
we are. We're supposed to go on after this, so I need to.
Okay.
In terms of putting it back on the air, did you like the Barbara's husband, mom? Did we talk to Samantha? We haven't talked to Samantha yet.
No. Whatever. They're all okay today.
Okay.
Yes, good morning, Dad. Talk to you. I really haven't seen my husband.
Okay.
My husband.
All right. Now, I've got something wild for Deanna today, and I don't know if she's going to be able to help me, but I feel like we could have a good conversation about it. And it has to do with a dream
Oh boy.
that my 4-year-old
Thank you. Have a great
Bye-bye.
day. Bye-bye.
that my 4-year-old had the other day. All right. Lymphedema.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, Marissa.
So we both had it. You had the lymph part. I had the edema part.
I know. I'm sitting here going, what was that called? All right, so we got Samantha on 3 and Beth on 1. Let's get this other person on hold real quick. Hi, WDSD. Who's this?
Jerry?
What's your name? I'm sorry.
Jerry with a G?
Jerry?
Terry.
Terry.
Yes.
With a T as in Tom.
Yes.
Or T as in Terry. All right, Terry, you're breaking up a little bit, so if you can get to a better spot, you are going to be on hold for a few minutes, so just try and get to a better spot for a good connection, okay?
Okay, well, I just stopped, so hopefully that helps.
All right, hon, we'll be with you shortly.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right. All right. Okay, Amanda's asking, are you local? I've been looking for a medium.
I am located in Middletown, Delaware, and I have an office down there. So if you go onto DeannaFitzpatrick.com, you can schedule a reading on the readings page.
Perfect. DeannaFitzpatrick.com. All right, guys, we're going to get back on the air here. I hate to close down our Facebook party, but
Do you have to?
That's right. No. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, we'll keep it going. Okay. We're going to play another call here. All right. So we're going to play Barbara real quick. Delaware's Country Station, 94.7 WDSD Lanco on the At Work Show. It's Krista Cooper. Got my good friend, psychic medium Deanna Fitzpatrick in the studio taking your calls. We're also on Facebook Live if you want to join the party at WDSD on Facebook. So how are you feeling today?
Good. A little tired.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know why. Last week I felt great. This week it's been a little bit I need naps in the afternoon.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm taking them.
I was going to say, I kill for an afternoon nap.
I don't have little kids anymore.
Yeah, right. You're like, just take a moment to myself. Oh, that's great. So good to have you back. We are taking your calls, whether it's a psychic or a medium call. And here shortly, I know I keep teasing this, I'm going to ask you about a dream that Bella, my 4-year-old, had the other night. Woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to take from this or what you can guide me through this. But it blew my mind.
Well, we'll see what happens.
We're going to get there. Up next, though, we do have Barbara on the line. Barbara, do you have a question for Deanna?
Ago, and I really haven't seen or heard anything of him. And I'm just
All right, so Barbara,
do you think he went?
we're actually playing your call now. She wants to schedule a personal reading with you.
Okay.
So when she says she's going to go online.
Okay,
And
great.
so that's just on the readings page, right?
On the readings page, yeah. And it is booked out now to February. I think there's one day left in February, and we have March.
Okay.
So, and with the Christmas calls coming, book sooner than later, because we're going to be out to May in no time.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I actually have a couple weeks off in April, so that's going to push it out.
All right, another question here. Kathy's asking, if we continue to come to some of the events but our spirits aren't showing up, does that mean anything?
It means book us a regular appointment. When you come to the regular events, if you're in an event with 150 spirit or people in the audience, you have probably 450 spirit people that your people are competing with.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. They have to get my attention, and it's really tough for them to do. Some people continue to go to those because it's fun, and they like to see other people get read. But if you're not getting read, it's better to do a private appointment, and you can bring up to 2 other family members to that. So it can be 3 of you to come for that. And that makes it sometimes easier or more fun. So
Awesome. And then we got Marie here. I have some kind of spirit in my house that's driving my dog crazy. Ooh. She's asking, can you see anyone? But I know it's hard on Facebook.
Probably not like this way with the focusing. But tell them to leave the dog alone. I mean, we can set boundaries with spirit people that are in our house, whether they're family or not family that are coming through and doing that. A lot of people that they know the dogs can see them, so then they love to be ornery with the dogs and kind of get them excited and all of that. So just tell them to knock it off.
I know.
And they should listen to you. It's your house.
Well, that's what you say that time and time again. Just tell them to leave you alone.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, some people don't want to do that because then they really still like them around.
I know,
and what if I tell them
right?
to leave and
And what
then
if I
I
make
don't
them
have them
mad? I
anymore?
know.
Yeah, so
That's
yeah,
hard.
but we can set boundaries just like we can with friends or neighbors or otherwise.
Okay. This is fun. This is good stuff. All right, let's get to our calls here. We got Samantha.
Okay.
You ready for her?
Yep.
Oh, I need to make sure I get the right line here. All right, Samantha, thank you so much for holding. You're on the air with Deanna. Do you have a question for her?
Yeah, I do. I have lost a friend recently, and I wanted to know if she was greeted by family, my family, and just kind of where that stands.
Okay, Samantha, what's your friend's first name?
Also Samantha.
Ah, okay. Okay, all right, so I'm a little confused because I don't know if I have her or another family member for you because I feel like I'm getting multiple pieces of information. One is I'm being shown a cancer ribbon. Does that make sense for your friend Samantha?
No.
Okay, so then the next thing I'm getting is a woman with like kind of jet black hair. She's older though. She gives me the feeling of being a little bit on the heavier set side, jet black hair. In her day would have always wore lipstick, always had on lipstick. And when you asked the part, did somebody meet or greet Samantha, this is the lady that popped in. Any idea who that is?
I think it sounds like my biological grandmother, who they would have known each other definitely.
Okay. And did your grandmother have cancer?
No.
Okay.
She did not.
All right, there's still this cancer reference that keeps coming in. Pancreatic. Who would have had the pancreatic cancer?
I don't think anybody has. I mean, I have had cancer before, but not pancreatic.
Okay.
Not that I would have known of. But I think with my friend, this time of the year and it being so recent, I'm worried to make sure her family just pays in mind that, that she crossed over and that her children are what we are worried about.
Okay, so there's a feeling of her crossing over, but for some reason your grandmom's the one that pops in for me. The only other thing I'm getting, and it's not from Samantha directly, is something about her needing or being on medications prior to her passing. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I feel like this is going to take longer to do than what I have here because it's disjointed. But I do feel like your grandmother is letting you know that she did greet Samantha.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem. I love it, and I've actually tried. I'm gonna reach out and hook up with you too. So I really appreciate you trying to make reference to that, and I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you, Samantha.
Thanks, Samantha.
Have a great holiday, guys. Bye.
You
All
too.
right, bye-bye.
All
I
right.
think that was hard too because they had the same name.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It just felt there was.
Well, I wasn't sure because she's on her cell phone and it looked like it was like a lot of distraction noise in the background.
I
so.
felt a lot of different energies in here, and I'm like,
wait a minute.
what am I doing?
Where is it coming from?
What am I doing? I don't
Okay,
know.
let's get on the air with Beth.
Okay.
Hi, Beth. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Right, you're on the air with Deanna Fitzpatrick. You have a question for her?
It's medium.
Yes.
My grandmother passed away, I'd say about 11 years ago, and I didn't get to go to her funeral. I didn't see her before she passed, and I've just been thinking about her a lot.
Okay. Okay, Beth, what's her first name?
I'm sorry?
What is your grandmom's first name?
Marie?
All right. Were her issues having to do with her heart?
I got told a couple different things. I got told she had breast cancer, and then she had a mastectomy, and I've gotten told several different things, and I don't know the exact truth of how she passed.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to tell you, Beth. I'm not sure that I have Marie, but the person, as soon as I write down your name here. As soon as I did, the B in your name became a heart, and then it became a necklace with a heart on the end of it. I have no idea why. And then I started feeling pain, actually above my left breast. So I was thinking that was heart, okay, because I was feeling that there. Now, would your grandmother have had either been one of three or had 3 children?
No, she had
Tons.
6, I believe. I can't even count
Okay,
anymore.
so let
My
me
grandma had a lot of kids.
let me redo this for a minute for you because I'm feeling that she's telling me about 2 boys being with her in the spirit world and 1 female. Does he have children that passed?
My grandmother had a child that passed.
I can't. She's breaking up.
Okay. Beth, we're having a hard time
No,
hearing.
I'm not Beth. I'm not Beth.
Oh, who is this?
It's Vicky.
Vicky.
But we asked if it was Beth and you took the call.
I didn't hear. I'm sorry. I didn't hear. I'm in the car.
Okay.
All
All right. So I'm
sorry,
I'm
we
at
had-
loss
yeah,
now.
we
I'm
thought
totally
we
at
had
loss.
Beth on the phone.
Yeah, because none of this makes sense when I'm writing a heart with Beth on it. If Beth is on Facebook, if any of this made sense to you, reach out. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's why none of this
I'm
is making
sorry.
sense. I apologize, Vicky. I think I'm going to have to let this one go too. Okay. 'Cause we had the
Thanks, Vicky.
wrong person.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was weird.
So is there a Beth on Facebook that's still on there reaching out or anything? Do we know?
Didn't we say, is this Beth?
Yes, and she said yes. So, I'm sorry, guys, and so for me, just to explain to the folks that are on Facebook, when I'm hearing a name, I'm joining the energy to the person that the name is to their people. Okay,
Right.
so like there's a lot going on in my head here
Yeah.
that's working on that. So if I have a voice that isn't Beth attached to the name that is, then I'm gonna not have any sense made out of that.
Thank God for coffee today.
Oh
Woo!
no!
All
I'm so
right.
sorry.
That's
I feel
okay.
bad.
No, it's all right. We'll get back to it. We're going to get back to the phones here, and then I'm going to share my story coming up here in just a few minutes. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's wrap it up with Terry here. One more. Cool? All right.
I hope.
Yeah, here we go. One more here. All right, Terry. Is this Terry?
Yes.
All right, Terry. You are on the air with Deanna. Do you have a question for her?
I do. I am struggling with some things in my personal life, and I'm just wondering if it was going to get any better.
Okay. And Terry, we're talking in about two different parts of your personal life. Are we talking about career and relationship?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And one more you're not telling me about. There's something else there. Okay. Hold on a second. Today's an interesting day. Hold on. Okay. You're working currently, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay. But it doesn't feel like it's enough to pay the bills, or you're worried that it won't continue to be there for the bills. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There's an instability feeling about that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. My feeling is you're right about that, and you should continue to keep looking.
Okay.
Okay. And you shouldn't have a hard time finding something else. You feel like you're going to have a hard time finding something else, but let that go, because I don't think that's true. I think that you're just telling yourself that based on your previous experience or based on your age or something like that. So let that go and just keep looking. You'll get something. As a matter of fact, I feel like you can get a job from a friend of a friend.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And then relationship, you're all over the map with this. There's a feeling that sometimes you feel like you're in a relationship, correct?
Yes.
Yes. And sometimes you're like, okay, this is fine. It's going great. I'm good. And then it really does feel like often the rug gets pulled out from under you, and it's almost like you've got to rebuild it, or rebuild your respect for the person. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And it's an interesting thing, because it's the same kind of, you love this person, you care about them, and you're actually pretty afraid that if you walk out on them or you leave this behind, that you're not sure what they'll do for themselves, because they are dependent upon you. But at the same time, it's caused you so much despair over time that, and as soon as you feel good again, it happens again, right?
Yes.
So I'm not sure what to tell you here, because this is really like a choice or decision that you should make. And I don't feel like the right person to tell you that. I would suggest if there seems to be counseling is required for the couple and also for you, because I'd like you to find your inner strength again.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I don't want to tell you what I see, because it's dependent on you and on this person, and some changes that I think you can make for yourself that would make that better.
Okay.
Okay?
Thanks, Terry.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Here we go. You ready for my question?
I am. Let's do it.
We're going to do it live on Facebook and on the air.
Okay.
We'll see how this goes. Delaware's Country Station, 94.7 WDSD with Blake Shelton on the At Work Show. Got my good friend Deanna Fitzpatrick back in studio with me today. Happy Friday. Taking your calls. Got a chance to talk to Terry and Samantha, Lauren as well, and hopefully get a chance to play some of those back here shortly. Going to get to your events as well here in just a little bit. I have a personal question though.
Okay.
I don't often do this, but this happened the other night, and it has to do with a dream. So I don't know how you work with that.
Okay.
But a couple of nights ago, Sabella, I hate to even admit this, but is still sleeping with us. All right?
Oh,
we'll have a conversation about that at another time. All right? 4 years old. But anyway, she wakes up middle of the night the other night, freaking out. Mom, Mom, Mom. And I'm like, what? And she goes, is Caroline dead? And I'm like, what?
Oh, gosh.
All right, so Caroline's my 2-year-old.
Right.
And I'm, of course, like, what? Like,
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Thinking like, oh my goodness, I'm freaking out. And she's like, she fell out of the plane. She fell out of the plane. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She fell out of the plane. This is what she's telling me. Fell in the water and was eaten by sharks, and nobody went to save her.
Oh.
What? How does a 4-year-old have a dream like that? And what does that mean?
Okay.
I'm like, and then she went to daycare the next day and told them all about it. And so when I went to pick her up at daycare, she was like, oh man. She's just like, I'm glad Caroline's alive. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it seems so extreme to me.
Well, did something happen where she thought, like, did something happen where Caroline got hurt or she was worried about her like the day or so before?
Possibly.
It's hard to read.
Well,
A lot
that
happens when they're
every
2
day.
and 4.
They fall a lot.
It seems to be a subconscious dream. She was afraid of losing her sister. Okay.
Okay.
So, and not being able to do anything about it.
Right, not being
so
able to-
that's telling me that she has some desire, like she feels like she's her sister's protector.
Okay.
And that, you know, she would want to have helped her, but she couldn't. What could she do?
Right.
So it's some frustration that she's having with trying to protect her sister.
Gotcha.
And feel like it's her job to take care of her sister.
Wonderful. Well, I feel like that's the good way to look at it, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think you're all falling out of a plane
That's what
anytime
I'm like,
soon.
we are not going anywhere. I am never getting on a plane again. Like, if this is any, like, you know, look into my future, we are not flying anymore.
Now, there's one other possibility, what's kind of cool, actually, is if Caroline was having a dream, okay, and Bella entered her dream.
Oh.
Okay, that's
Does
a
that
little
happen?
out there. That's like down the rabbit hole. Yeah, because we do something called lucid dreaming or astral travel, and we all do it. So she could have entered into her sister's dream.
Oh. Well,
I
she's
think
2.
it's
I
the
don't
first
know if-
thing,
yeah.
right? Like, yeah.
Well,
Like,
I won't be able to get that out of Caroline,
No,
unfortunately.
no.
She's like, dream what? Awesome. Well, thanks for walking me through that, because I'm like trying to wrap my brain around this for days, going, oh my gosh, I'm like, I knew I was going to see you today. I'm like, I'm just going to have to throw it out there. And ask
yeah, I
you.
think plane rides are fine.
Yeah, okay, all right.
And swimming around the, you know, not with the sharks, but around them is okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, a lot of good coming out of this morning, but coming up in just a few minutes, we'll go over your events and how people can get some more information. It's Deanna Fitzpatrick, Psychic Medium, here on 94.7 at WDSD.
Global Citizen Festival, Mandela 100.
I just thought that was so crazy
Yeah.
for a 4-year-old. I was like, why do you have these dreams like this? Like, it was totally, it gives me chills. I'm like, no, she didn't fall out of the airplane.
And it's interesting because usually around 4, that I don't know enough about the different types of consciousness, and that would she really already be worrying about taking care of her sister? And it sounds
Right.
like it, you know.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
a good way
kind
to
of
look at it.
cool,
It
but
is
at the
cool.
same time, maybe letting her know kind of that that's not really your job, it's ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely haven't had chat this weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to sit down and chat about that. Awesome. All right. Do you want to, on Facebook, before we wrap it up on the Facebook Live, talk about some of your events and what you have coming up?
Sure. The big one right now on December 28th, which is a Friday night at the Everett Theater in Middletown, starts at 7 p.m. We are doing it a little different. The first 72 seats are VIP seats, and someone will win a drawing for a free reading from me, a 1-hour reading. There's only 14 VIP seats left as I looked before I came on. So if you want to do that, that's great. It is a bigger venue, so again, you know, limited to probably 12 or 15 people get read in the audience. But should be a fun event, and this is the first time I've done anything right around the holidays like that, in between Christmas and New Year's. So hopefully that'll be great. I'm teaching Reiki 1 on January 5th. It's an energy healing, Japanese energy healing practice. Level 1 is to teach you how to help yourself or do it on you. Start doing it on others. You can do it on animals, plants, your food, all that
Plants.
kind of stuff. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So that's I don't usually teach that. I don't think I've taught in like 2 or 3 years. So it's a great opportunity for that. And then Sisters Venue on February 20th. That's in Carneys Point, New Jersey. It'll be my first time working there. Plenty of tickets available for that. And in February, Milton Theater on the 22nd. And then in March, Finding Avalon on March 19th. So the main one right now is the December 28th at the Everett Theater.
Awesome. And they all are online now at deannafitzpatrick.com.
Yep.
Awesome. You know what? You know what I just realized is we have the phone right now on a stand. Thanks to your husband, right?
Yep.
He gave me the stand. And we switched it all around, but I realized there's a button that I could just press for them to see me.
Oh, instead of turning. That's right.
Learning on the job, folks. I tell you what. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Deanna, you are awesome, by the way. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Look, I can flip it back around and I can say hi. Could have done that earlier. I'm silly. All right. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. And check her out at deannafitzpatrick.com.